Akashwani presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Nishit Kumar. The headlines. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar to inaugurate year-long campaign Hamara Samvidhan, Hamara Samman to commemorate 75th Republic Day in New Delhi today. Over 1,500 farmers invited to witness Republic Day parade at Kartavya Path. Sweden set to become NATO member as Turkey approves its membership bid. North India continues to reel under intense cold wave. IMD predicts cold wave conditions continue unabated for the next few days. And in FIH Hockey Fives, Women's World Cup Indian team to lock horns with Poland today in Muscat. And now the news in detail. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar will inaugurate a year-long pan-India campaign Hamara Samvidhan, Hamara Samman to commemorate the 75th year of India as Republic today in New Delhi. Ministry of Law and Justice said the campaign aims to reaffirm the collective commitment to the principles enshrined in the Constitution of India and celebrate the shared values that bind the nation. This nationwide initiative envisaged to instill a sense of pride and responsibility to uphold the ideals outlined in the constitutional framework. It will also give opportunities to every citizen to participate in multiple ways and empower them to contribute in a meaningful way in the democratic journey. The minister said some of the themes to be covered during the campaign include Sabko Nyay, Har Ghar Nyay, Nav Bharat, Nav Sankalp and Vidhi Jagriti Abhiyan. Sabko Nyay, Har Ghar Nyay aims to connect the villages through the village level entrepreneurs of the common service centers and exalt them to read Sabko Nyay pledge. Nyay Sahayaks will spearhead awareness about the various citizen-centric legal services to the masses at their doorstep across aspirational blocks and districts. At the state and UT level, Nyay Seva Mela would be organized, which would serve as a platform for individuals to seek guidance, information and support on various legal as well as other services and schemes of the government. Nav Bharat, Nav Sankalp aims to encourage the masses to embrace the resolutions of Panchpran by reading the Panchpran pledge. Vidhi Jagriti Abhiyan aims to involve the students to carry the message Panchpran in the villages adopted by the law colleges under the Pro Bono Club scheme. It also aims to touch the vulnerable sections of society through Gram Vidhi Chetana, Vanchit Varg Samman and Nari Bhagidari initiatives. During the event, Nyay Setu will be launched, which is a significant and transformative step that aims to extend and expand the reach of legal services till the last mile. The Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare has invited over 1,500 farmers to witness the 75th Republic Day parade at Kartavya Path. These farmers are beneficiaries of various central government schemes such as Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. During their stay, the farmers will also undergo training on key government schemes like the Agri Infrastructure Fund, National Seeds Cooperation and Per Drop More Crop. Former Bihar Chief Minister Kartavya Thakur will be awarded Bharat Ratna posthumously. The Rashtrapati Bhavan announced this in its communique yesterday. He was a prominent socialist leader. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed happiness on government's decision to confer the Bharat Ratna on the beacon of social justice, the great Jan Nayak Kartavya Thakur, and that too at a time his birth centenary is being celebrated. The Prime Minister said this prestigious recognition is a testament to Kartavya Thakur's enduring efforts as a champion for the marginalized and a stalwart of equality and empowerment. The Prime Minister said his unwavering commitment to uplift the downtrodden and visionary leadership has left an indelible mark on India's socio-political fabric. He said this award not only honors Kartavya Thakur's remarkable contributions but also inspires us to continue his mission of creating a more just and equitable society. BJP President JP Nadda has expressed his gratitude to the Government of India for its decision to honour Jan Nayak Kartavya Thakur with Bharat Ratna. In a social media post, the BJP President said that as a great freedom fighter, teacher and Chief Minister of Bihar, he dedicated his entire life to the welfare of the deprived class. He added that this award is a true tribute to his lifelong struggle and dedication for the rights of the backward, poor, Dalits and farmers. The Ministry of Rural Development and Lady Irwin College have signed a memorandum of understanding to strengthen nutrition, gender equity and livelihood for women. During the 5-year term of MOU, the ministry will work with the college on Roshni Initiative Center of Women Collectives-led social action to strengthen interventions for better results of health for rural communities. Acknowledging the partnership, Additional Secretary of Rural Livelihoods Charanjit Singh said academia is vital to bring fresh perspective to on-ground interventions. Lakhs of people have got the information regarding public welfare schemes of the Government of India through the camps being organized under the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra in the villages and cities of Rajasthan. Our correspondent has filed this report.
More than 11,000 camps have been organized in cities and villages under the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra in the state. So far, more than 2 crore women and men have participated in these camps. Ayushman Bharat cards have been issued to thousands of families in the camps and lakhs of people have been benefited through health checkup.
मेरा नाम शक्तिधर है, मैं गाँव यालकी से हूँ। आज यहाँ पर कैंप लगाया गया और मेरे को दवाइयाँ, मेरी जांच, ये सब मेरे को फ्री दिया गया। ऐसा कैंप दोबारा भी लगे और लोगों को इसका में इलाज हो या कोई भी जांच है वगैरह वो मुफ्त हो, उसका लाभ जरूर मिलना चाहिए।
Lakhs of people have expressed their resolve towards contributing for a developed nation. People reaching these camps are able to get information about many schemes of banks, rural development, sports, agriculture, medical and health departments and are also able to register for various schemes on the spot. Jitendra Dwivedi, Akashvani News, Jaipur.
This is Akashwani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Welcome back. And in some international news, Turkey's parliament ratifies Sweden's NATO membership bid, clearing the biggest remaining hurdle to expanding the Western military alliance after 20 months of delay. Turkey's General Assembly, where President Tayyip Erdogan's ruling alliance holds a majority, voted 287 to 55 to approve the application that Sweden first made in 2022. All NATO members need to approve applications from countries seeking to join the alliance. We have a desk report.
After Parliament's verdict, Turkey President Erdogan is expected to sign the bill into law in the coming days. The Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson reacted quickly to the news, saying his country is one step closer to becoming a full member of the NATO. NATO's Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg welcomed the vote, saying he expected Hungary to ratify Sweden as soon as possible. Sweden's membership would make the entire Baltic coastline NATO territory, with the exception of the Russian coast and that of its enclave Kaliningrad. This would, for example, make the Baltic states easier to defend in the event of a Russian attack. Troops and equipment would be transported much more easily by ship via Sweden to Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania. With Aishwarya, this is Diksha Saxena, News Desk.
North Korea has demolished a major monument known informally as the Arch of Reunification in its capital. The monument symbolized the goal of reconciliation with South Korea on the orders of leader Kim Jong-un. According to a report by a news agency, satellite imagery of Pyongyang yesterday showed that the monument and arch symbolizing hopes for Korean unification, which was completed after a landmark inter-Korea summit in 2000, was no longer there. The arch, formerly known as the Monument to the Three Charters for National Reunification, stood 30 meters tall and was symbolic of the three charters, which were self-reliance, peace and national cooperation, according to the South Korean government records. Last week, Kim Jong-un called South Korea a primary foe and said unification was no longer possible. In his speech at the Supreme People's Assembly on the 15th of January, he had ordered that the constitution be amended to say the South was a primary foe, an invariable principal enemy. He also called the monument as an eyesore. Back home, Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister Bhupendra Yadav has informed that the Namibian cheetah named Jwala has given birth to 3 cubs. In a social media post, the minister said this comes just weeks after Namibian cheetah Asha gave birth to her cubs. He congratulated all wildlife frontline warriors and wildlife lovers across the country. As North India grapples with relentless cold wave, an unyielding blanket of dense fog persists over the region. The India Meteorological Department has said that cold wave conditions are very likely to continue in North Rajasthan, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh and Uttar Pradesh for the next few days. The conditions have led to low visibility and disruption of rail and air traffic. We have a report.
IMD has said that dense fog conditions shall continue in India for the next 5 days. These conditions will prevail in the night and morning hours in parts of Delhi, Chandigarh, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. It added that dense fog will be present in pockets of Madhya Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, West Bengal, Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Tripura during the next 2 to 3 days. The IMD also predicts cold to severe cold day conditions in parts of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttarakhand and Bihar for the next 2 days. Ground frost conditions are predicted today in Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and West Uttar Pradesh. Light to moderate rainfall at many places is also likely over Andaman and Nicobar Islands till Sunday, with the possibility of heavy rainfall tomorrow. IMD said that the lowest minimum temperature of 1.5 degrees Celsius was reported yesterday at Meerut, West Uttar Pradesh. With Adarsh, Arpita Chaudhary, Akashvani News, Delhi.
Continuing fog and cold wave conditions in North India have affected train and flight services in the national capital. According to Indian Railways, 24 Delhi-bound trains from various parts of the country are running late due to dense fog conditions this morning. In FIH Hockey 5's Women's World Cup, the Indian team will play their first match against Poland in Muscat, Oman today. The match will start at 12:50 p.m. Indian Standard Time. The women in blue will be led by the experienced goalkeeper Rajni Marpu and vice-captain by defender Mahima Chaudhary. India will play their final group game against Namibia tomorrow. The top 2 teams from each group will play the quarterfinals scheduled for January 26, with the semi-finals scheduled for the same day, while the finals will be played on January 27. And in men's hockey, the Indian team will lock horns with France in their second match in South Africa today. The match will start at 2:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Earlier, the men's hockey team kicked off their South Africa tour on Monday with a stunning 4-0 victory against France. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Vaibhav Jyotsna Srivastav.
Thank you, Nishit. Prime Minister leads tributes to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, says his vision helping develop India, headlines the Hindustan Times. Bharat Ratna for late Bihar Chief Minister Karpuri Thakur is the top story in the Tribune. 5 lakh visitors and counting on day 1 for first darshan in Ayodhya, reports the Indian Express. Ahead of budget session, CISF takes over Parliament securities, says the Times of India. Billionaire tech magnate Elon Musk advocates permanent seat for India at UNSC, according to a report in the Pioneer. 24 Israeli army soldiers killed in biggest single-day Gaza war loss, according to the Asian Age. Rupees 8 trillion wiped out as markets shed 1.5%, led by sell-off in banks, oil and gas stocks, says Business Standard. And finally, India's stock exchange overtakes Hong Kong, making it the 4th largest equity market globally, says a report in the Economic Times. And with that, it's back to you, Nishit.
Thank you, Vaibhav. And in some more news, India's stock market has surpassed that of Hong Kong for the first time to become the 4th largest equity market globally. According to data compiled by Bloomberg, the combined value of shares listed on Indian exchanges reached $4.33 trillion versus $4.29 trillion for Hong Kong. The report said that India has positioned itself as an alternative to China, attracting fresh capital from global investors and companies alike, thanks to its stable political setup and a consumption-driven economy that remains among the fastest growing of the major nations. India's stock market capitalization has crossed $4 trillion for the first time on December 5th, with about half of that coming in the past 4 years. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar to inaugurate year-long campaign Hamara Samvidhan, Hamara Samman to commemorate 75th Republic Day in New Delhi today. Over 1,500 farmers invited to witness Republic Day parade at Kartavya Path. Sweden set to become NATO member as Turkey approves its membership bid. North India continues to reel under intense cold wave. IMD predicts cold wave conditions continue unabated for the next few days. And in FIH Hockey 5's Women's World Cup, Indian team to lock horns with Poland today in Muscat. For details of this stories and more, log on to our website newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.